Every single day, we're sending emails, logging into our banks, chatting with friends, and we just assume that all of it is private. But what if it's not? What if someone could just slip into the middle of your digital life, reading every word, seeing every password? Well, that is the shadowy world of man-in-the-middle attacks. And today, we are pulling back the curtain. It's a question we almost never stop to ask, right? When you connect to the Wi-Fi at a coffee shop or the airport, you just trust it. You trust that your data is going from your phone to the right place. But in cybersecurity, that trust, well, that can be a massive vulnerability. So to really get a handle on this threat, you've got to picture the digital version of an invisible spy. And this isn't some hacker on the other side of the world breaking into a server. No, this is about an attacker placing themselves right in the flow of your network traffic. And that brings us to the official name for this spy, the man-in-the-middle attack, or MITM for short. Just imagine you're passing a secret note to a friend. Now picture someone intercepting it, reading it, maybe even changing a few words, and then passing it along. Neither you nor your friend has any idea that the note was tampered with. That, in a nutshell, is a man-in-the-middle attack. And this is exactly what makes it so dang effective. The attacker is like a ghost in the machine, completely invisible. To you, everything seems fine. Your email goes through, the website loads, it all looks normal. Your basic trust in that connection is being used as a weapon against you. And this spy can do one of two things. They can be passive and just listen in, or they can get active and start changing the data you're sending and receiving. So how does this invisible spy actually pull this off? What kind of tools and tricks are in their playbook? Look, if we're going to defend ourselves, we first have to understand their methods. And let's be clear, this isn't something that just happens in spy movies. The most common hunting grounds for these attackers are the places we go to every single day. We're talking about the free Wi-Fi at a coffee shop, an airport, maybe even a poorly secured network at your office or school. Basically, any network where you can't be 100% sure who else is connected is a potential trap. Okay, one of the most classic tricks in the book is called the evil twin. The attacker sets up a fake Wi-Fi hotspot that looks exactly like the real one. It has the same name, like cafe_free_Wi-Fi. They might even boost their signal so your phone sees it first and connects automatically. And boom, once you're on their network, every single thing you do online, it's all going right through their computer. Then there's another really powerful technique called ARP spoofing. Now, it sounds super technical, I know, but it's really just a simple act of digital impersonation. Think of ARP as the network's local address book. What an attacker does is send out a fake message that basically shouts to everyone, "Hey, I'm the router now." Your device, not knowing any better, believes the lie, updates its address book, and starts sending all of its traffic, your passwords, your emails, everything, straight to the attacker. And then you've got DNS spoofing. You can think of DNS as the entire internet's address book. This attack is like the spy sneaking into your contacts and changing the address from mybank.com to the address of their own fake malicious website. You type in the right web address, but you end up on their counterfeit site, which is just waiting to steal your login info. Ooh, and this one is especially sneaky. It's called SSL stripping. It's like a spy promises to deliver your message inside a locked box, but on the way, they quietly pick the lock, copy your message, and then put it in a clear glass box before passing it on. You might see that little padlock icon in your browser flicker and disappear, but chances are you won't notice at all. And just like that, your secure encrypted connection is now sending everything in plain text for the attacker to read. So here's the crucial thing to remember. These attacks really come in two main flavors. You've got your passive attack, which is just pure eavesdropping. The spy is just listening in. This is incredibly hard to detect. Then you've got the active attack. This is when the spy starts changing things, messing with your data, injecting malware. It's a bit noisier, so it's a little easier to spot, but it's also way more destructive. Which brings us to a really important question. What is this spy actually trying to steal? Because the prize today has evolved way beyond just your credit card number. Let's take a look at what's really at stake. So yeah, of course, usernames and passwords are still a huge target. But what's really, really valuable these days are things like session cookies and authentication tokens. Stealing one of those is like stealing the key card to a hotel room. The attacker doesn't need your password anymore. They can just use that stolen token to waltz right into your online accounts. No login required. And the damage from this? Oh, it can be absolutely catastrophic. We're talking about a complete takeover of your email or social media, thieves draining your bank accounts, and even malware being silently installed on your device. It is a profound violation of your privacy and your digital security. Okay, so that all sounds pretty scary, I get it. But you are not helpless here, not at all. Now we're going to talk about your counterintelligence toolkit, the simple but really effective steps you can take to shield yourself from these invisible spies. This right here, this quote gets to the absolute heart of the problem. You see, strong encryption, like HTTPS, it's really powerful. But these attacks, they rarely even bother trying to break the encryption. Instead, they exploit us. They exploit our trust. They trick you into connecting to the wrong network or accepting a fake security certificate. They don't break the code, they break your trust. That's the real vulnerability. So here's what you can do. First, just be extremely suspicious of open public Wi-Fi. If you absolutely have to use it, always use a trusted VPN. That creates a secure encrypted tunnel for your data to travel through. Also, pay attention to your browser. If it pops up a warning about a website certificate, don't just click through it. That warning is there for a reason. And finally, make sure your own router at home or the office is locked down with a strong, unique password. Ultimately, it all boils down to this. In a world full of invisible spies, your own awareness is your best defense. Every time you connect, every time you click a link, you're placing your trust in that network. So the real question you have to ask yourself is, does that network actually deserve your trust?